Hello, hi, hola, everybody. My name is Anne. I am French. I am calling from France, 1 hour drive from Paris. I weigh and measure 3 meals a day from the GreySheet. I commit them to my sponsor. I don't eat in between my meals no matter what. And abstinence is the most important thing in my life. My abstinence day is the 7th of June, 1992. So 12 minutes for 12 GSA points of celebration. Number 1, I belong to GreySheet. I was born in the south of France, in a small village in a farm. Food became a problem when I gained weight as a teenager. I thought I was the only one in the world. At the age of 21, I discovered OA in Paris, and for the first time, I was not alone in France. 8 years later, I learned about GreySheet. My first GSA meeting was in 1992 in Paris with a group of about 6 English-speaking people. The word GreySheet in itself was very weird to understand, and I would have liked to see my face when I heard about measuring with cups and spoons. They were coming from nowhere in my culture, and they are here, so they are still weird to me today. And I learned to count for about 1 year. I just intuitively knew from this moment that I was belonging to an international fellowship. Number 2, English is my language of my recovery. I immediately understood that in order to reach the community and to stay abstinent, I had to learn English. I have always focused on progress, not perfection. Number 3, GreySheet in France. I attended meetings face-to-face for about my first 2 years in English. Each Sunday, I took the train, 4 hours commuting to Paris for 1 hour meetings. We had, and we still have occasionally, some English meetings in Paris. They have always been so precious to me. Then we had a Skype meeting followed by a Zoom meeting in French. We had people attending for 10 different nationalities. I am grateful to all of them. We had a roundup in Paris in 1998 in English, so I got this cap from this year, 1998. I met many foreign GreySheeters visiting Paris face to face, and I am looking forward to meeting 2 American GreySheeters in Paris this October. Members from the UK, the States, Iceland, and Bulgaria have visited me in my own town. My apartment vibrates with GSA memories and decorations. So, for instance, this is Anne, and here is writing no matter what. This one is from Mexico when I was in the retreat. This one, and this for my 6th anniversary. This one for my sponsor, and many other cards, coins, and homemade graphics. I even received fresh flowers from a very far country for one of my GreySheet anniversaries. Last year, we translated the GreySheet and the clarification in French, so I have the French GreySheet. I am so grateful that there is now a French GreySheeter who recently came to the fellowship. To be able to speak in French without concentrating to understand and to share makes a big difference. Number 4, traveling to meet GreySheeters. It was beyond my imagination to travel for my recovery. I went to London after 2 years abstinence and to New York after 5 years. I have attended almost all the annual wanderings in London. Later in my recovery, I met GreySheeters in Iceland, in Germany, in Slovenia, in Ireland, in Scotland, in Bulgaria, in Spain, in Mexico, in Los Angeles. I can't believe I met people at those events from Colombia, Argentina, Puerto Rico, and even Singapore. I spent the last New Year's Eve in Sicily with a GreySheeter, watching the most fireworks I have never seen. Meeting GreySheeters while traveling is a real treat. I get wonderful private guided tours for climbing mountains, visiting cultural buildings, walking along the seaside, exploring caves, seeing a cascade under a rainbow, waiting for unpredictable geysers, Hollywood, visiting towns by night, and enjoying unforgettable talent shows. I was even invited to attend a GSA wedding, and I celebrated my 60th birthday at the Madrid convention last September, and of course, taking a lot of pictures and videos. Number 5, GreySheet comes with a sponsor. At my first meeting, I was lucky enough to have a sponsor who was able to speak French. After 2 years abstinence, I got sponsors from England, Iceland, and the States. I met all of them in GSA events. Each was a guide to explore a specific section of my recovery. Number 6, sponsors. I had sponsors from different countries: UK, Iceland, Lithuania, Bulgaria, Canada, Spain, Singapore. I love being called the madrina. I love this word. Today, my 3 sponsors from 3 different countries are eager to learn from the program, and they are the first I reach to share something important to me. Number 7, GreySheet comes with a food plan. Believe me or not, it took me 30 years to taste all the food items which are listed on the GreySheet. Today, when I write down my food plan, I am in the mindset of variety, diversity, abundance, color, renewal, presentation, celebration, and spirituality. When visiting GreySheeters in their countries, I have enjoyed their specific food. Sharing abstinent meals, going to restaurants, using new devices and recipes together has been my best way to practice and improve my free abstinence meals. Number 8, to carry the message. My vision was to have a huge French community. This was my plan when I started GreySheet. I worked hard for that. God had another plan for me, as I was the first one to pass on the program in Iceland. I was invited in Iceland to celebrate their 10 years of GSA. It was a turning point for me in terms of having fun, joy, laughter, and elegant parties around GSA. Even if it took me a while to read their mantra in Icelandic. God's plan is unpredictable. Number 9, GreySheet offers a life in between meals. On the physical level, I was able to maintain the same weight, to be in a good health so far, and to still be able to follow the fashion. On the mental level, I developed with step 4, I developed a lot of qualities like courage, self-esteem, organization, creativity, enthusiasm, and more. On the social level, I was present and reliable as a teacher. I have enjoyed trying many different leisures and sports. I went to multiple family and friend celebrations. I raised my daughter and had a beautiful love relationship with a man for about 10 years. Today, I am retired and I enjoy my grandchildren, playing cards and dancing. Number 10, my next action. In 10 days, I am going to spend 1 day in Paris with the GreySheeters from Lithuania. At the end of this month, I am going to the Tel Aviv gathering, in May to the London Roundup, and in September to the Madrid Convention. The Hispanic community has brought a lot to GreySheet as a different country and culture, and has enlarged my vision of recovery, especially with the use of language translation. My number 11, my current vision. Today, my vision is to be open-minded enough to embrace more and more countries around the world and being able to communicate with them with the help of this technology. Number 12, gray and more. When I started GreySheet, I thought it was gray and even dark. Today, I am surrounded by a multitude of and infinite different colors in my life. Thanks to all of you for letting me stay on fire for the worldwide international GreySheet community.